it's Jenny from Ginger Ninja Crafts. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I am here. Oh, I don't know what that's in there for. Got some card in my advent calendar. I'm here for day 20 of my crafty Use Your Stash advent calendar. So if you have not been watching these videos, I have just created a little playlist for them so you can go back if you feel the need. It's a wee challenge that I've set myself based on the inspiration of Sabine over at Crosskeys Crafts. You'll find her links below. To use 24 things in my crafty stash that I have bought and never used. So this is day 20. Haha! I should show you. So I think this must have come with a magazine. Or somebody gifted me it. I'm not sure. It looks like it's a magazine gift, but check my microphone. So it's called the Stardust Die and Stamp Set, and it comes with this beautiful sort of partial circle. I love these kind of things. I don't know why I've not used it. And the sentiments state, you're a star is born, merry and bright, reach for the stars, have a spectacular day, shine bright, I thank my lucky stars for you. Birthdays are ordinary days sprinkled with stardust. How lovely is that? And it's got some little, like a wee flourishy heart, some little hearts and some little stars. So yeah, let's see what I make for this. Keep watching. Okay, so I am going to make a hexagonal pop-up box. I think that's what it's called. No, not a box, a card. And I have made one of these before. I'll link that video in the description box below. I made these for the Fancy Fold Card Challenge. I think not this year, I think maybe last year it was, but I loved it. And I don't know why I haven't made one since. And I saw Monica made one as part of her Advent calendar challenge that she's doing this month, and I thought, oh, I hope I can find something in my Advent calendar that would fit, and I think this is the one. So I will link the video below, but I will also put all the dimensions for my card. So to make the base of the card, I've got 2 pieces of card that measure 3 inches by 6.5 inches, and these are both scored at 2, 4 and 6 inches. Then I've got 1 piece of cardstock which measures 2 inches by 8 inches, and it is scored at 2, 4 and 6 inches. And then for the pop-up bit, which is going to be inside the card, you need 2 pieces of card measuring 1.5 inches by 9.5 inches. Now, to my mind, the easiest way to do this is to cut it by 3 inches by 9.5 inches, score it, and then cut it down in half. So you've got 2 1.5 inch pieces, because I find it slips about a bit much when it's only 1.5 inches. So the 1.5 inches by 9.5 inches is scored at 1/2 inch, 1.25 inches, 2 3/4 inches, 3.5 inches, 5, 5 3/4, 6.5, 7.25 and 8. I did do this on camera, and somehow my camera, I think I maybe just took a photo and didn't press record a video. What an umpty. Anyway, so I'm going to put this together and then show you how I'm going to decorate it. So I'm going to do this bit first. So what you'll see hopefully is that there's 2 larger panels. So let's start at one of those. And I'm not going to burnish this because I want it to be quite springy. So the first fold is a mountain, then a valley, then a mountain, then a valley. Oh, it's a wee bit squint, but that doesn't matter. Then a mountain, and then I'm back at the big sort of wider piece. So then again, it's a mountain, a valley, a mountain, a valley, and a mountain. And then you've got this, which is like a little spring. So we'll do that again. We'll start with the large square end and do mountain, valley, mountain, valley, mountain, and then mountain, valley, mountain, valley, mountain. And as I said, I'm not burnishing it because I don't want it to go as flat as possible. I want it to stay as springy as possible. So then I'm just going to glue that tab inside. So I can see that's going to be nice. And the same again. And I'm just going to let that glue take hold for a wee bit. But so you can see. Okay. Now, so then you've got a skinnier piece and you've got two identical pieces. So this is going to be, the two identical pieces are going to be like the base of your card. So I am just going to cut a little bit off those two narrow end pieces, and these are going to be my tabs. So I'm going to pop that on there like so, like that. Make sure it's nicely lined up. And again, let that glue do its thing, but you can see that's a nice, that's going to be the base of the card. Okay, now this piece is going to be the connection for the topper that you're going to use. So I have I decided to stick with hexagons, but you could make it any shape you want. So I've got the base, so the construction of the card is quite thick. I think it's at least 250. It might, yeah, I think it's at least 250 GSM. And then I'm going to put in some holographic and a darker colour of pink. Now I have run this through an embossing folder, so it's got a sort of a texture. It's a bit like a kind of quilted texture on there. So I'm just going to stick all of these bits on. And oops. Pop that on here. And I want that to be the right way up, just because of how the embossed panel looks. So I'm going to put some glue. Hope I can remember how to put this together, but I think I can. Right, so I'm going to stick this inside so that it's kind of, the fold is kind of flush with that top edge. And then I'm going to pop this one in here. And I'm going to make sure to apply some pressure inside to keep that, let that glue take its place. Okay. Now, I think what I'll do is I'll decorate the base next before I put the springy bits in. So I cut some mats and layers, and again I will link, I'll write out the measurements for these in the description, and I've used the same embossing folder. So I've done like alternating. I love the embossed, what do you call it, holographic card. So that will be in the centre. Like so. And then I've just added panels for all the way around. One of them is just going to be plain white to just write a quick little message. But I'm only going to decorate, I think, the first, the front side. Okay, so then I'm going to pop this here. So that's going to be a tiny space to write a tiny message. This one on here. On there. You could use patterned paper, do whatever you like. Okay, so that is that. Now, well, I pop the springs in next, I think. So, what you're going to do with these is, you're going to attach them to each other so it's extra long. And then they're going to go inside here. Like so. So the first thing I'm going to do is put glue on one of the end panels and just, what's a bit of cat hair on there. How did that happen in this house? Ha ha. So then I'm just getting that glue together. I don't really want to squish them too much. Now, I wonder if I could do this. This might be disastrous, but let's give it a go. Glue on both sides. And yeah, I think I should have done it one at a time, but never mind. So you can see at the bottom how the spring works. And it's very pink. I don't know who it's going to, but hopefully somebody that likes pink a lot. Now, this was what I was what was in my advent calendar. So what I did was, it came with this cutting die. So I cut it out in the holographic, and I used a shim of, well, actually I used a bit of this pink card. I don't know if you can see that, it's kind of embossed a bit into it, because there's a wee bit embossing in the die. There's a bit of swirliness and some little rays coming out of that star and things. And I cut it out of black as well, and I've done a bit of a shadow there, and that's going to stick onto there. And there's sentiments for all sorts of things, but there's a couple of them that are like birthday ones. So one says, birthdays are ordinary days sprinkled with stardust, and there's also one that says, have a spectacular day. So I thought I could maybe pop this one in here. Now, I did try it with silver embossing, but I don't have the super fine, and I thought it was a wee bit heavy-handed looking. So I am getting rid of that. I just want it to be oh god, that's terrible. Did you see what I did there? Oh no, I've just cut the corner off. Is this terrible? Oh, might just have to use it. Okay, be a bit more careful, Jenny. Ugh. Does anybody else do daft things like that? Right, so I think what I'll do is I will glue this on, and then I might add some little bits to raise up the starry wreath a bit. Might just wonder if I've got any wee tiny sticky dots. Let me pause you while I have a look. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, got some of these little sticky dots. And I'm just going to add them on the biggest of the stars. So I'm putting a wee dot of glue on underneath, because the adhesive on these doesn't last forever. And let me just help it along to last. So if you're going for a dimension anyway, you might as well go the whole hog, eh? So yeah, how is everybody's Christmas preparations going? I hope all is good to plan. I don't think mine really, I don't know if mine is or not. However, it's ages away yet. Ages away. My husband has got his last day at work today, and here is my little pokey thing here. So that's nice. We've got, although he is going to have to go to a work dinner thing on Monday to give one of his colleagues a bit of moral support, and hopefully help in he's basically been made redundant at the end of March, so hopefully help a bit in that process as well. But he's not really in the mood for it. It's been a bit stressful. Right, so there we go. That's on there. Now, will I stick that just to... Okay. I probably will stick some Nuvo drops on there, you know what I'm like. Now, I also did a little, they have a spectacular day, and my idea was, oh, I've done it on pink. That's not what I wanted to do, is it? I'll need to add, will I add a little bit of holographic? What does this card need? I know, more holographic. Here we go. I'll just add a very fine border. And I'll stick that one on, so that's going to be the sort of centre point. Now, I also cut this out in, again, in the holographic and in the light pink, which I've not done a very good job of getting rid of all the wee details. And again in the black, and my idea was to just snip into this and add some more little starry details. Should I stick this on first? I think so. So I'm going to put glue on this bit. I mean, it's quite blingy, isn't it? And I am going to add some Nuvo drops because I like them. So let me see. Let me get an envelope before I do anything daft. What am I working with? It's a bit of a tight squeeze, but let's go with that in principle. Let's not. Okay, let's not worry about the envelope. I've got bigger ones, but I don't know where they are because it's nearly Christmas and I'm living in chaos. Okay, is everything still? Yes. Okay, so let me just... So that's going to look like that. Glue that on like so. So it's going to sit up like that. It's going to come out the envelope and then pop up. So where would I put some little... See, I've done it here as well. Oh goodness. About a little snippy bit there. I am actually filming this a wee bit ahead. I'm filming it on Friday. So we were in Glasgow last night at a gig, which was really good fun. One of our friends couldn't make it because he has had the flu that everybody's been struggling with. So I was thinking something like this. something like that. I just need to trim this little bit, I think. I feel I am making a mess of this bit now. Okay, let's go with that. So yeah, it was great. It was a really good good night. So we've had Clutch, and there was 2 support acts, one from Norway, who were really good. I'd never heard of them, and then a Greek band who were great, and obviously had a lot of like fans in the audience. Sometimes when the support act come on, there's not much interest, but everybody, apart from us, I think, knew who they were and were singing along, and they were really good as well. And we remembered our earplugs, so I got into my bed and I said, "Oh, my ears aren't ringing, that's fantastic," because it was quite loud. So yes, so that is what I was thinking. What do you think? If you don't like pink, you're not going to like it, but hopefully somebody will have who likes pink is going to have a birthday soon, and I am going to be all sorted for it. Now, oops, falling over my own feet. Now, just to bling it up a wee bit, because why not? A bit of shimmer. That one's stuck, hopefully. So yeah. I might just add probably a bit much, but that's alright, I don't mind. So there we go. So this is my hexagonal pop-up card for day 20 using the Stardust stamp and die set. Please let me know what you think in the comments, and I will be back for day 21. See you soon. Bye.